What is up, guys? It is Monday, April 17th. It's 8:30 a.m. and I'm back, baby. I'm back. It's mad exciting to be back. I miss you guys. My voice is still kind of messed up because I got sun poisoning on the cruise. I was looking like Freddy Krueger before, but cleaned up a little bit. So I'm feeling much better than I was maybe like 5 days ago. So that's good. But it's definitely good to be back on the charts. That's for sure. On a computer, on land. So I'm excited to find some pair-to-pair swaps, some opportunities for the first 100 for the Stargate VIPs. And it's going to be back on YouTube dishing the shit out. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Let us know. Have you been following us since November, December, October of 2022, January this year? I mean, come on. We've been basically on it to a T. And let me know if you've been following for that long in the comments, and let us know if you think we've been on it as well too. Personally, I feel like that's the case. If you disagree or agree, let me know in the comments. Exciting times ahead, whether the market's going down or up, we're going to play it both ways. So we're going to take a look at the bond yields, the dollar, stock market, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, and XCN. We're going to do it. Oh, I mentioned the coin that shall not be mentioned, but we're going to cover that coin. So that'll be at the end. So definitely stay for the whole time and let's get into it. So I'm on the weekly chart. We're zooming out. We're doing bird's eye view. We're not going to get into the nitty gritty micro view. We're going to go on the macro view and see kind of where we're at in the trend here. And if there might be a reversal or a continuation. While I was gone the past week, I feel like Bitcoin was just ranging for weeks around like 28,000. Then when I was gone, boop, it came up. So now that I'm back, hopefully we can keep that going. But there's some things I'm seeing, so we're going to cover it today. So right now, bond yields, weekly chart. We are very, very close for this TSI to go below the zero line. You know what that means? We're breaking into bearish negative territory if that's the case. But right now, it does seem like we're trying to, hold on to its last life here. But if we kind of zoom out and look at the past time that we went below on the weekly chart, the zero line in the TSI, it was January 2019. And that was when the bond yield started to, we're in an uptrend and then bam, tanked down. We lost the trend and we went into a bearish trend until it was December 2020. And we popped up through the zero line with the TSI. And that was when, we broke the downtrend and we started our uptrend. It does look like we're close to breaking this uptrend and heading down into a massive kind of downtrend with the bond yields. But right now we're still clinging on. I can't believe we're still clinging on, but it's been since November 2022 that we've been kind of just ranging around the zone. Our key level, we've been covering it for a while, is right here, which is around 3.4% for the bond yields. Right now we're at 3.565%. And we have the last weekly candle we shot up here. This candle right now is looking like we're going to try to go up. If we do, I want to see a rejection. Well, first off, we had this high down to this low. We stretch it out. Bam. We hit the 786, came back down. Right now, if we were to go back up, I'd want to see us get rejected by the 786 now of this high down to this low, which is currently sitting at like 3.911%. I'd want to see us get rejected at. We come up here. You don't want to see the bond yield spike rapidly and like come up here like this and start going. You don't want to see that. We'd probably be at the moment, the moment that everybody's been, kind of calling for a while now. Right now, everything's kind of cool, calm, collected, but if we come up there, we want to get rejected at that point. And obviously we want to come down, break this horizontal support line and really see the momentum kick to the downside, which will likely come to fruition if that TSI line comes down, breaks down below that zero line and goes like this, bang. If that happens and you see a dark red MACD come in, it's time. The bond yields are going to come down hard. So let's go into the dollar. So the dollar right now, critical level of support right there. You can see if we zoom out. Let me kind of clean that up. First of all, look at the weekly Stargate signals of the sell now, the buy nows, the buy now, the sell now. Nailing it. Absolutely nailing it. But right here where we're at, we had that rejection point come in 2015, then 2017, then 2020. And then we actually got above it, held as support in 2022 in May. We're coming and we're close to May in 2023 right now. And now we're back at that level. We've already tested it once in January of this year. Now we're back at it again. And notice this too. When we fell, kind of from this point right here and came down, that was the end of the bear market of 2015. When we came to this point and then fell from this point, that was the huge bull run of 2017. Then when we came to this point and got rejected and fell from that point, that was March of 2020. That was the start of the bull run, 2020 to 2021. Dude, if we break this level, which is at we can include these wicks, which is 101 and then 100 because that psychological level, we're going to go into a massive bull. We're going to see the hyper boom. We're going to see an acceleration, gas on that fire, because looking back the past 8 years, when we go to that level and we break down from it hard, that's when we see those bull runs. But if we look at the past times, we come up to that level, come down, come up to that level, come down, come up to that level. We overshot that level a ton. So I'm thinking when we break this level, we're going to shoot down a ton. We're going to overshoot to the downside and break there. And that's why I'm saying the hyper boom 2023 to 2024, it's priced in. You can see it. It's right there. It's so close to happening. But I'm sure there's going to be an event or a catalyst, maybe Operation Sandman. I can't get over that. I think, Operation Sandman. Maybe that's what's going to be the nail in the coffin. But it's Monday here. We got 4 days left and 11 hours. And if this candle turns red and it kind of breaks down from this point, it's game on. It's game on. We'll probably melt down to the 200 moving averages, and that will get us through that level, and it's going to be game on. So now let's go to the stock market. So we're on the weekly chart for the US NASDAQ 100, and we're at 13,090. So I haven't checked the charts in a week. So I'm doing this live. I always do a live. I never pre-plan it before. I'm just kind of looking at it along with you guys. So right now, I think we're at the 786. It looks like it. So if I take this high down to this low, we stretch it out, we actually broke above it. So over here in, what is this? January 2023. So a couple months ago, we came up to it, got rejected, came down. And then we most recently in March got above it. And then for the past, 2 weeks now, we came down to the 786, held as support. So if we come down with the stock market, I want to see that 12,910 level hold. If we do break it, we come down, then I definitely want to see 12,350. And at the worst case scenario, probably the 200 moving average here on the weekly chart, which is sitting around 11,650. We don't want to see us come down and then break, like this and do that. It would probably be bad, very bad. So right now we're all good. Weekly chart, we're above the zero line of the TSI, but I don't like this pattern with the stock RSI right now of this kind of triple. And then with this cross down that's maybe happening right now. Granted, it's the beginning of the week, so we still got a lot of days left. I want to see us kind of turn back around here and start kind of pressing up higher for the stock market. By the end of the week, I want to see a green candle come in, take out these highs. But, it's too early to call it. It's not even, it's 8:40 a.m. It's Monday, April 17th. The stock market hasn't even opened up yet. So it's early in the morning. So we're going to have to see when the stock market opens up, how this kind of pans out. Gold still maintaining above 2,000. It's at 2,004 right now. Let's put a horizontal kind of line here. So we got this horizontal line. That's where we kind of had a little shoot up above, came back down, rejection. Then we had a little shoot up above, came back down, then rejection. That was 2022. And then this was 2020. We most recently came up to it. We were getting rejected at first, broke above, came back down, held as support so far. So I want to see 1988 hold as support. I don't want to see us break below that. Let me actually go down to a lower time from the 1 day chart, put a trend line. You can probably see that. We're right at it right now. I'd want to see this hold. Probably the 786 of this little micro move as well too. Let's pull it up. So this low right here to this high, it's only 5 or 6 days, but it's a little micro move. The micro moves make the medium moves, which make the macro moves. And right now on the micro move, we had this low to this high, came down, we touched 786 around 1995, 1 time, 2 time. And right now, if we come down to it, I want to see that hold. So I want to see that hold. And then the TSI right now is above the zero line. We want to see that maintain to be the case, because when we broke below the zero line in the TSI back here in February, that's when we had our little mini downtrend before kind of getting back above the zero line, and we went on our uptrend. Guys, I cover it every time on the videos. Like, that is so key. The TSI, the zero line, the positive territory, the negative territory is so key. Watch out for that. So now let's go into Bitcoin. 29,507 right now. On the weekly chart, we're above the zero line in the TSI. Very good news, because when we broke below it in January 2022, that was the start of our downtrend. Right now, we broke above it in February 2023, and we're in a little uptrend right now. So if we come down here, I think I covered it in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, links in the bio, come join the Discord. I was covering, I think it was this low to this high. I said, last stand, kind of last line in the sand where we really need to hold is that 27,500. I think it was like 27,400 to 27,600. I really wanted to see hold as a last stand. I think the first level we were watching was this low right here to this high, which we definitely broke this morning, which was around like 29. It was like 30K flat. We already broke that. And then we have this 1618 extension here around 28,322 right there, which kind of coincides with these highs back here. So we had high rejection. We can even pull it down maybe a little bit more, around 28,820. We come down there. I want to see that hold first off. If we break that, next stop is that 2618 extension, which is sitting around 27,700 right now, which coincides with, and that's the micro move breakdown extension 2618, with the macro move or like medium move, the 786 of this low to this high coincides with that. So that's like that line. We want to see this hold, this little zone right here. We want to see that hold. So 27,500 to 27,800 is where we'd want to see us come down and hold if we do come down to that level. But we have a couple, critical horizontal supports that we'd want to see hold first and foremost. Right now on the 12-hour chart, we're sitting right on top of the RSI 50 line. As you can see, this whole time when we got above, we're at a critical level right now. Because when we got above the RSI 50 line right here, that's when we shot up from like 20K all the way up to 30K. And then we didn't break this 50 line at all in this kind of consolidation. And then we popped up. We had our little pop up to 30K. Right now we're at that 50 line again with the RSI. But right now what we're seeing is that stock RSI momentum's headed down on the 12-hour. TSI headed down on the 12-hour, but we're still above that zero line. So that's okay. MACD, momentum's heading down. RSI, we're at a critical level. So I want to see a bounce. If we do have a little kind of crash here, flash crash, I'd want to see it kind of bought up immediately so the RSI can kind of recover quickly if that's the case. So we're going to have to watch that. That's a 12-hour chart as well too. Now let's go to the Ethereum chart. So Ethereum right now, we're on the weekly. We just poked our head above the zero line in the TSI. That's all good. But what I'm watching right now is we got a trend line like this. So if we do come down, I'd want to see that hold, which is around like 1800. Yeah, I'd say 1800. That was a critical level. We got above it. So like right here, 1780, 1800. That was that level that, we came up to in February 2021, found a little rejection, got above. In May of 2021, we found support, came down to it in May of 2022, support. Then we broke down from it, came up to it, rejection. And then most recently in March 2023, we kind of wrestled with it for a bit, popped up above. We're at like a critical level now around like 2,100, 2,000. I think we came up to like 2,200, 2,150. So if we do come back down, I'd want to see that 1,800, 1,850 level hold for sure. Like let's say, 1,850. We'd want to see that hold and maybe a little wick down to 1,780 or at 1,700. If that's the case, that's like a 10, 15% drop. It's peanuts in the grand scheme of crypto, to be honest. So that's a weekly chart. Let's go to the daily chart. So we are seeing this stock RSI start to curl over. We do have a sell warning on the 1 day. The Stargate signals nailed it here. We had the sell back in November 2022. And then we had the buy. Then we had the sell and a buy. And now we have a sell warning. So if we stock RSI, check number 1. That's the first thing. Now we got to check the TSI. Still heading up. So it's not looking like it's going to curl over anytime soon right here, unless we have a really bad kind of dip down where it will. But let's check the 12-hour because we can go to the lower time frames to kind of front run the higher time frames. And right now the 12-hour is crossing down and it is close. So today's going to be critical as far as the direction probably for the rest of the week. Let's go to, so that's what I'm watching for Ethereum right now. Let's go to XRP. So we have the Holy Grail chart. Let me go to it. So XRP USD, we go to the trading view one. So if you're Stargate VIP, you have the signals, you know what it is. And every single time, I think I covered the video before I left for the cruise, 3-day sell warnings. Out of like the 7 times it flashed, 6 of the times we went up a ton. We actually did the numbers. It was like 4x average in I think 40 days or 35 days or something like that. We don't have the 3-day sell now yet. If we get the 3-day sell now, we got to take some action. Because look into the past, historically, the past probably like 10 years, 9 years, whenever that 3-day sell now came in, we had a little kind of correction down and we got to follow the signals. We got to stick to the strategy. We have a day and 12 hours left for this candle to close for the 3-day. Oh, this is a 2-day chart. Let me go to the 3-day. So we have the 3-day sell warning. Look at the last time we had a 3-day sell warning. First of all, the 3-day buy now nailed it at like 31 cents. The sell now nailed the top. But the sell warning tells you we're heating up. So we've heated up. I mean, we went from like 37 cents to all the way up to 58 cents. We actually did cover that we had a 1-day sell now. Check the videos the past couple of weeks. So we have kind of cooled off a little bit, but we have not got the 3-day sell now yet. Let me hide this. But if you look, 3-day sell warning, we're heating up. We had juice. Sell now came in. We went down. Buy now at the local bottoms. Sell warning. We had a little juice there. Sell now. And so either we're at this moment right here, we're going to come down one more time and then we're going to go, or we still have juice and there's going to be a surprise kind of, catalyst. So there's still a little bit of hope with this, but sell warning, we had juice, sell now, we went down. Buy, and then sell warning, sell now, we went down. Then sell warning, sell now, bang. Sell warning, juice, sell now, bang, we went down. Buy now, local bottom, buy now, sell warning, bang. So like if that 3-day sell now comes in, we got to do something about it, right? And then we can kind of gauge if that 3-day is going to flash that sell now by looking to the 2-day. The 2-day closes in a day and 12 hours. The stock RSI has crossed down. TSI is getting close. But I mean, we've had kind of close calls before and then all of a sudden we have an uptick. So you don't want to kind of front run that. You want to just wait for that confirmation to come in and then we can make a move on it. So for the first 100 of the VIPs, I'll keep you updated real time with this. In the Discord, it's going to flash in real time when the signal flashes as well too. So definitely join the Discord if not already in the Discord. Link will be in the bio, but you won't see the XRP automated signals in there. So you're going to have to request that white glove and we'll deliver it to you. So that's what it is for XRP. We're waiting on that. Let's go to XLM real quick. So I'm going to go to the Holy Grail chart for XLM. So we're on the 3-day. We have not yet got a 3-day sell warning on XLM. So XLM is not performing as well as XRP, but it's, doing pretty okay, for the market right now. It's not doing as good as XRP though, as far as the juice. We haven't got a 3-day sell warning. So if you look at the past, same kind of thing with XLM with the 3-day sell warning. We have juice, sell now comes in, we come down. So we're waiting on that. Let's check the 2-day. We don't even got a 2-day. Let's look at the 1-day. Probably have a 1-day and we had a sell now come in. But that's, maybe we're at, a moment like this. We might be at a May 2020 type scenario where we might kind of consolidate a little more to maybe like May or like June. And then we could see a catalyst come in. So that's what I'm watching. But yeah, XRP is the move over XLM for the moment. We don't see as much juice in XLM as we do for XRP. So let's check the 12-hour chart for XLM. I think we're on a trend line. Yeah, we're right on a trend line right now. So definitely kind of important area. I would say if we come down a little more by XLM, we have this low to this high. Did we touch it already? Nah. So if we come down, I want to see 0.104 hold as support. That's 786 of this little micro move. If we break it, we're probably going to come down to 0.098. Maybe even the 2618 extension, which of the breakdown, which would bring us down to right here or right here. I don't see us going maybe lower than that unless there's a black swan, but we'll be on top of that. So yeah, that would make sense because that would kind of retest the critical area of resistance. We broke up from it. Maybe we had to come back down on a wick maybe. We're going to have to see. But we're watching the momentum. That's how we go about it. So right now the momentum is kind of in this neutral stage. So we're going to have to be on top of it. So we're going to watch it. We'll make sure that we let you know in the Discord if that momentum starts to flip. And you got to watch the dollar as well too. When the dollar goes up, cryptos come down. When the dollar goes down, crypto goes up. And we got to watch Big Daddy Bitcoin as well too and see what that's doing. Also, I wanted to cover one thing about Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is breaking down. So the one thing is, I think we got a 4-day sell warning. No, we have a 5-day sell warning Bitcoin dominance, right? I think we got a 6-day. Nah, no 6-day. 5-day sell warning Bitcoin dominance. We don't have a 4-day. I think we had a 3-day. We have a 3-day. So we have a 5-day, a 3-day. We have a 2-day likely. Yep, we have a 2-day sell warning. We already got the sell now. And we have a 1-day probably sell warning. We already got the sell now there as well too. And we're breaking the 786 of this low to this high. And we're likely going to come down to 45.51%. Probably 43.51%, which is probably the 786 of this low to this high. Yeah, that honeypot zone right there, around 44 to 43.5. Now at that point, if we break that, then we could be coming down to, around that 40%, which is critical because if we zoom out, that's a critical support. Then if we break that, alt season, man, alt season's going to be crazy, especially if the dollar is breaking down from this, especially if it's breaking down from that. So Bitcoin dominance to me looks like it kind of topped. Momentum is heading down. We have multiple high time frame sell warnings and a couple, high time frame sell nows as well too. If we go to the weekly chart, we are seeing the stock RSI kind of coming down. What I'd really like to see is Bitcoin maybe stay stable or go down a tiny bit, not like a crazy drop. I want to see Bitcoin dominance fall because then if that's the case, the altcoins will likely rip up. If we see Bitcoin USD come down a lot, Bitcoin dominance come down a lot, likely we're going to see the altcoins come down a lot as well too. So I want to see Bitcoin USD stay kind of stable, maybe down a little bit, maybe 1%, 2%. Bitcoin dominance come down, likely altcoins will rocket. So that's what I'm watching there. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to come down. We're going to have an alt season. Let's check. I think, so we covered XRP, XLM. We just got to cover XCN. That's going to be it. So XCN, I'm going to go to the 12-hour chart because we could be at, the moment, like right here before I don't want to jinx it. I really don't want to jinx it. We could be at there, a little fake breakdown to a little pop up, to come up because I'm seeing similar signs like in the RSI, similar patterns. The TSI it was so close to getting above that zero line. See how critical that zero line is with the TSI? We didn't get above the zero line. So we came back down. I could guarantee that if we came up like that, we would have kept going with XCN like we did back here. This whole time we're below the zero line. Right when we got above, we had a little spike. This whole time we've been below it. So we've been going down. Right here, we're close, not quite there. But now that we're like kind of at the zero line, if we can come up and poke our head through there, then it's game on. So I think we're getting close with XCN, but don't be surprised if we see a little kind of pop down, fake out, kind of like we were expecting back there. I remember on the group call, we're like, hey, don't be surprised if we see a little pop down and then all of a sudden it comes up. Stay kind of the course. That's the case, and that's what happened. So I would say if we come down, we might have a little fake scare and then a pop up, and then we can go on our little run. If we don't, we actually have a breakdown again. Man, Onyx is something else, but we'll see. So that's what I'm watching for with XCN, XLM, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin, gold, stocks, dollars, and the bonds. So it's good to be back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Come join the Discord, link will be in the bio, and let me know if you're happy to have me back, right? So I'll see you in the Discord.